Indiana Jones is coming to Hasbro. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. This is usually the 8 o'clock video, but it's 7 o'clock now because 8 o'clock we're going to do a live stream where we're going to talk Book of Boba Fett, the latest episode. A lot of spoilers, but you can join us then. But let's talk about the news that broke today that Hasbro has gotten the rights to Indiana Jones merchandise. Now, this doesn't really come as a shock with the new Indiana Jones movie coming out next year. We knew someone would pick up a toy rights or at least a merchandising rights to it, and we figured with their relationship with Lucasfilm, it would be Hasbro. It's not really a shock, but I got some hopes with this. Now, of course, Hasbro did the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, and when they released that line of figures, they brought back Raiders, Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade, and flooded the marketplace with Indiana Jones, and they tanked. Something about Indiana Jones figures had never done well. Kenner's line didn't do well. LJN's really didn't do well. Last Crusade, no one even wanted them. And Crystal Skull, again, Hasbro dropped the ball on that one. They just flooded the market with it. There were just tons of figures, didn't really sell well. In fact, the last series to be released ended up going to Comic-Con only because they just couldn't sell them at the stores. The stores were overpacked with them. But now Hasbro has the right to Indiana Jones, and I hope this means at least we might get a 6-inch figure. Now, I think they did kind of a 6-inch figure at the Disney theme park that wasn't even really that nice looking, but I would like to see maybe like a black series of Indiana Jones. Now, I don't know about a full line, although I think a motor ROM would look pretty cool. But mostly, I just want Indiana Jones. You know, I don't even collect Funko Pops, but I was like, give us a full Indiana Jones pop. They make everything in the pops, but they don't make a full Indiana Jones line. Doesn't make much sense. But a 6-inch black series type figure of Indiana Jones, that would be a cool figure if it looks good. Now, not only did they get the Indiana Jones line, Hasbro also extended their deal with Lucasfilm for Star Wars. I know. We hoped another company would take over Star Wars, maybe Mattel or some other company, and just breathe some new life into Star Wars. Just, a whole new team working on it with a whole new passion that's excited to get Star Wars and everything. But sadly, we didn't get that. I don't think we'll get that anytime soon. Disney, Lucasfilm, they seem happy with Hasbro for some reason. I don't really know why they're happy with Hasbro, but they are. But they got Star Wars, so they'll keep making Star Wars toys. Now, they said the Indiana Jones merchandise stuff won't come out until 2023. That's in time with the new movie. And although probably most of the stuff they make is going to be based on that new film, I again hope they reach back into the vault and give us maybe some stuff from the other 3 movies, like they did when they picked up the Crystal Skull. I just hope this time Hasbro learned that lesson from last time and don't get overboard with it. Indiana Jones isn't like Star Wars. It doesn't need a bunch of merchandise, It doesn't need a Monopoly game named after it. Just give us the basics. Give us a basic line of figures. Like I said, a 6-inch Indiana Jones. We don't really need a full line. I mean, do you really need the bad guy from Last Crusade in a 6-inch line? No, we don't really need that. Keep it small. Keep it fresh. Make it nice looking. Maybe give us like the best stuff, start small and go from there. Don't flood the market with it. But I'm excited to see what they do. If we do get a 6-inch Indiana Jones, I pray, nothing against Harrison Ford, there's not a 6-inch Indiana Jones based on the new film. I want Raiders or Temple of Doom. Maybe I want, that iconic Harrison Ford young 80s look. If anything, give us 2 heads, right? So we can switch the heads out on there. Give us 2 versions. I think I speak for most people when it comes to a 6-inch Indiana Jones. We much rather have 80s Harrison Ford than 80-year-old Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Nothing against it. I love Indiana Jones. I even like Crystal Skull. I don't love it. I can watch it. I think it's okay. The first half I really enjoy, but there's a lot of stuff missing. Last Crusade just didn't feel right. It didn't start with the opening adventure like all the other movies, and that right there just throws you off. But we're not going to get all into that. I could do a whole series of videos. But I'm curious what you guys think. Are you excited about seeing Hasbro do Indiana Jones? Do you hope they do a full 6-inch line, more than just Indiana Jones? If they even do that at all. The way the 3.75s are selling nowadays, and a lot of companies are turning away from them, hey, we might not even get that. We might just get a 6-inch line. Who knows what we're going to get. Well, that's the news that broke today. I was going to release this tomorrow at noon video, but I wanted to throw this out there being the news came out today and see what you got. I'm really curious what you guys think. One, about Indiana Jones being made by Hasbro, and Hasbro extending their Star Wars rights. Anyway, let me know all that in the comments below. And we'll be back at 8 o'clock if you're watching this on the 26th to talk Boba Fett live on these streams. Check that out. And tomorrow, 2 videos, noon and 8. Don't forget. Until then, thumb up so I know I like my content. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.